Hey everyone, welcome to another episode of Bagpipe Tricks and Tips. This is kind of a continuation of the recent one about hemping. So this could be called Tricks and Tips 6B, and it has to do with fixing or using hemp to help fix a non-uniform chamber bore. Meaning, again, I've shown in the last video, if you have your hemp and it's nice and snug and then your joint drops like that because it's narrower here and bigger up here, either due to it not being bored properly or just because the tuning has happened mostly in this area, and so the hemp has worn away of this area a bit. So I learned a cool little trick using the white hemp, and I don't know where I learned it from, but I'm going to show it to you guys, and it does work pretty okay. If the bore is really conical shaped, it's not going to fix that. But if it's just enough where you feel like you have to put too much hemp on this and it's really tight getting in there, doing this little trick will probably resolve your issue. So what you're going to do with the hemp this time, instead of going around in a uniform direction, so just slowly working your way down, instead you're going to do a diagonal like cross pattern to it. So I still would do the initial layer with the black waxed. So you're going to use your white hemp along with your cobbler's wax. You can watch the previous video on how to do that if you didn't watch it. But you're going to take this white hemp now, and it's better to use the white hemp because it's bigger, and you'll see why it's thicker. So I'm going to go at an angle. Let's see if I can't do this. And going from one end to the other, I'm going to make about, I don't know, 3 passes around only. So something like this. When I get up to the top, do a loop around, and then I'm going to come back again on it. Trying to do this and watch the video at the same time. Go around, and then when I come back, I'm going to do my best to be really uniform about it, and having that just follow right along the previous hemp. Same thing, get to the top, go around, and go back in a nice uniform pattern, creating this little hatch mark or X's all the way around. I guess they're X's or diamonds. And what this does is it creates these gaps where when you push the tenon into the chamber, that hemp can then collapse down because it's a little bit taller on all of these points where it meets. It can collapse down and then expand back out. And so that's why you're going to use the white hemp and not the yellow waxed or black waxed, because it's not thick enough. So then you can then get it onto there and it stays nice and uniform all the way down. The other thing you're going to want to do is, once you get this all the way wrapped up nice and organized, so I'm going to make this look pretty sloppy up here real quickly. So let's say you've got it organized all the way up at the top. To avoid this hemp from expanding due to moisture condensing on the inside of the chamber and dropping down, you can then take your yellow waxed hemp, your beeswax, and just do a coating of beeswax on this top, say, 1/4 of an inch of your hemp. So what that'll do is that will stop as that moisture comes down off this chamber bore. It's going to hit that and not absorb into the rest of the hemp. So you can get the same effect of a fully waxed hemp tenon without having to wax the entire thing, and you're going to eliminate potentially having to have a chamber re-sleeved or re-bored and change the actual dimensions of your bagpipe. So I hope that helps you guys. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments and I will answer them.